Welcome to Wickwood Cottage, where art, candles and a little bit of crafting magic comes to life. We're Rob and Jackie, and this channel is all about making the most of what we've got, dreaming big, even later in life, and sharing a slower, more creative way of living. This is our journey. Filming you, filming me. That's a bit big. Where'd you go? Hey guys, I'm sitting in the garden. It's such a lovely day and I've just hoovered. I've done my Facebook post. I've done all the things I've got to do. I'm just waiting. I've done little bits of everything, to be fair. And I'm just waiting for Rob to get in from walking Floki. And then we're going to be busy some more. Filled the van already with the art stand and some decoration and paint, because that's what's going to be happening soon. Let me tell you why. So, we didn't win. We didn't win the competition. And you know, that's okay. I think when you trust the universe and you know that everything is happening for you, not against you, or not happening at you, when you've got that trust, I think whatever happens in life, be it good or not so good, you're okay with it. So yes, you'll still feel frustrated, you'll still feel disappointed, you'll still feel angry at things, you'll still feel all of those emotions, because that's normal to feel those emotions. But deep down you have that trust that actually everything is working out as it should. And when we were told on the Friday that they were announcing the winner of the competition on the Saturday, I will be honest, my heart sank, because I had this deep feeling that we hadn't won. And of course we had to feel that we were going to win, otherwise we wouldn't have entered it. You have to believe that you're going to win, don't you, when you do something like that? And we'd already put all these things in motion, because just the thought of winning had let us know that we wanted it so badly, as I said on the last video. And so on the Friday I felt really like down in the dumps, and I said to Rob, we haven't won. And he was like, no, you don't know. I was like, no, I feel that we haven't won. So on the Saturday I gave myself permission to journal all day, and that's what I did. And it just got it out. It just sort of gave me that time to adjust to the thought that, hang on a minute, all those plans we've made now aren't going to happen in that way. So by tea time on Saturday everything was okay, and when they announced it, I think it was about 7 o'clock at night that they announced the winners, and of course we hadn't won. It was okay. I could feel happy and excitement for the couple who won, rather than sadness for us that hadn't. And it was really lovely. I just feel so pleased for them, because they are feeling exactly how we would have felt had we have won. So you can't take that away from anyone, and it's really nice. So what did we do? Well, on the Sunday, which was kind of the Sunday before bank holiday, we decided we were going to do it anyway, which is what we'd said. So I sent a Facebook message, and then I sent an email, and then I sent another email, and there was still nothing. And on the Saturday, it was bank holiday, so I kind of understood. But on the Saturday we went down into Longton, and we were having a look, trying to look at the back of the other shop. So if you remember me saying, there were two shops that we looked at. One was the one that I'd loved the front of and wanted that one until I'd gone in it, then realised how much work there was to do, because there was a carpet down, it was smelly, the kitchen was upstairs, there was a lot of work to do on that one. When we were shown the other one had got, it was kept, whoever had been in it had looked after it, and the kitchen was upstairs, downstairs, which was better, and all it needed was a lick of paint. The floor was done. There wasn't so much work. But of course, the business that won that shop. So we couldn't have that one. So we had to sort of think about it and think, you know what? We were steered to the antique shop in the first place, just from the front. So that is where we're going. There is another shop that's empty, but we decided not to go for that. We wanted the one that needed all the work, because, you know, if something's worth doing, it's worth doing properly, isn't it? And we can do it. We can do it. So we went down and we were talking to one of the shopkeepers, who advised us not to rely on messaging and to literally come down and speak to the managers. We'd met them before, so we knew who they were, and we knew they were approachable and really nice. So we went down and we went into the office, we sat down, had a brew with them, told them our plans, and that was it. We decided to have the shop. We then went down on the Wednesday, which was the day after, and read through the lease, signed the lease, and he gave us the keys. And our lease doesn't start yet, but we got the keys anyway, so we could go in and start looking around. On the Thursday, Rob lifted the carpet, so that was already done. And then I feel like we haven't done much other than Facebook Marketplace, sourcing lots of items for the shop. So we haven't done any work in the shop. We've been down several times, lots of times. I've done some videoing down there, which you'll see on the next video, because there's definitely going to be a shop refurb series. We'll start with part 1 next month, eh? So for this one, I might give you a little bit of insight, but it's just so exciting. I can't tell you how excited I am and how right it feels to be doing this, and in the place where it is. It just feels really good. So yeah, there's a ton to do. There's it's Rob's birthday tomorrow, and he's 53 tomorrow, and on 10 days later I'm 60. And you know what, my mum retired at 60, and I just think, you know, it's one generation, and the expectation and the drive is so different when you think about that. She retired knowing that she was done. She'd done all of her working years on a factory. She left there and then was looking forward to a life of ease, because her life hadn't been easy. I don't think anyone's life is really easy, is it? You know, we all have our mountains to climb and things. But she busied herself for the next, 32 years around her home. She went away. She used to love going to Scotland. She loved gardening. She would have loved, I mean, she has been to this house, but she had got Alzheimer's, so she could never remember being to this house, even though she came. I think she came on 3 occasions, and she loved the garden. But she retired at 60, and here's me just about to open a shop with my hubby, who is 7 years younger than me. So we've got that, I suppose, going on for us. But it's all to play for now, and it's a massive tick off the bucket list. Because although in my 20s, if you'd have said to me, do you think that you'll ever own your own shop? The answer would definitely have been no. There's no way. I couldn't even see myself ever not working, because to me, with the old mindset that I had, my mum's mindset really, working was the secure thing. Because in their day it was, you had a job and pretty much you had that job for life. Nowadays, you really don't. And I'm not even, my generation is the next from my mum, but then you've got other generations below us, and I can't imagine how life is going to be for them when they get older. But the idea was that, I never want to retire. Not really. Not that I have to be busy all the time, but my mind has to be, I have to be creating, but without a shadow of doubt. I have to be doing something, and I still don't feel that I've done yet what I came here to do. So maybe this shop will do it, maybe it won't, but I'm just so excited for the process. I don't even want to rush it, which is weird for me, because I am massively impatient. This whole journey has taught me that you need to slow down. That's the feeling I have. I just feel this massively content feeling that I'm doing something good. And the message that Wickwood Cottage has, I said to Rob the other day, in secret, I gave him a piece of paper and a pen, and I said, write down what you think Wickwood Cottage's message, I couldn't get it out, is. And I wrote down the same. And then we wanted to compare to see how close we'd got. And mine was very much about what I've learned through this process. And so was Rob's. And it's like, wow. So I'll share. My first thing was to slow down. So I think I'm telling myself to do this. Slow down. Slow down. Stop and smell the roses. Just do that, because why are we rushing? I mean, teaching, which is my day job, is massively like rushing. I describe it as being in a hamster ball, but it's a hamster ball at 100 miles per hour. It's so fast paced, and your life flashes by because everything is so quick. So the day goes in a quick race, the week goes in a race, half term, year. It's hideous. It's just hideous when you think of how long I've spent in schools doing that over and over. And I'm sure I've done a lot of good. What's on the carpet? What's on the carpet? We've got a lovely blackbird down there, Luke. Did you see? We get so many birds. We get owls in this garden. We get woodpeckers. We get all sorts of birds. Magpies, pigeons, sparrows, grey tits, blue tits. Honestly, it's just ace. You wouldn't think that we live in a city, and we do. I mean, look at that. It's just marvellous. You can't, I mean, if I turned you around, all you'd see there is trees. My deep-seated ambition in life is to move to the country, but if I never do, I can pretend I am here because that's how it feels. When you walk out there, though, it is a city. Yeah, what was I saying? I can't remember what I was saying, but slow down. So mine was slow down, stop and smell the roses. I could go and get them for you. They're on a piece of paper, and I'm going to hide them in the shop somewhere because they were so poignant. Rob's were open your heart to the whimsical and the wonderful. Because when Rob first started this journey, he was the person who started making wax melts. And he was stuck in this idea of being a punk rocker, that's what he'd striven to be when he was younger, because, to him, they looked cool, they were rebellious, all of that. And he was stuck in that mentality, really. And he still loves it, don't get me wrong, he still loves it, and so do I. But I have no desire to sort of get lost in that. I want to pull back, and that's what I think his message was to himself, that he has opened his heart to a different kind of genre, if you like, to this whimsical, wonderful. He's entered my childhood, because Wickwood Cottage is me as a child. It's just, we're a combination, I think, of Beatrix Potter, Peter Rabbit and all of that, and the Magic Faraway Tree, and a little bit of Mrs. Pepperpot. Those stories had a significant impact on my psyche as a child. Obviously Pollyanna had an impact too. That wasn't a story though for me, it was the movie. That gave me my ability to see things in such a positive light. Yeah, it's amazing when you get to our age, and our age is not old. I'm not saying I'm old, but when you get to our age and you've had a certain amount of life, you can look back and see how lots of events, lots of stories, lots of movies, lots of things have impacted on who you are, and how sometimes you've become so far removed from who you are and you've almost become like a different version of yourself. And that the true nature of life is to get back to that, in my opinion. That's only my opinion. For me, art was always about reconnecting with my inner child. So it was about getting lost in art processes, whatever the process was, spending time creating, because that's who fundamentally we are. We are creators. And it's just that idea that once you tap back into who you were as a child, you will really know who you are. because it's almost like we're living in a disguise, that life's crap, basically, all the ups and downs, all of our past traumas, all of our parents' past traumas and so on that have been passed down energetically, sort of create this illusion of who we are, who we think we are. The lessons we've been taught from our parents, from lack, they come from struggle. They teach us what they know. They teach with the best intent and with love, but it kind of creates this falseness of who we are, when all we need to do is get in touch with that, get in touch with the real us, which is the us we were as children, and just remember that and just bring that into the everyday. And that's what magic is to me. That's what, you know, we want to bring into our shop. Oh, that's so exciting. We want to bring that into our shop. Like, say that a few times. We have a shop.